Hey, welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Erica Thomas. Today we're talking to Matt Dillon, the star of the new film called Armored.
Hi, Erica.
Hey, I want to jump right in. Can you tell us a little bit about your character and how you got involved on the film?
Well, I got involved primarily the first thing was that I really liked the director. I'd met him and I'd seen one of his earlier films that he made in Hungary that was fantastic, called Control. I liked him. He really gets this kind of material. He made another film prior to this called Vacancy. But I really liked him. I liked the script. And I think the thing I like most about the character is how manipulative he is. I like a character, who's active, who, we know that he's up to something, but we're not really sure what it is, and then it's revealed.
Right.
So I like that type of character. And in this case, he's manipulating a guy who is sort of his protege. Right. His father was, this character Columbus Short plays, his father was my character's mentor, and I'm his godfather. So I have to manipulate him into coming in on this heist with us. Now, the character you play is also very dynamic, but also you as an actor have been very dynamic. I mean, your career has spanned over 3 decades, from everything from There's Something About Mary to Crash and now to this film. And so I want to talk a little bit about your career, because we do broadcast to students who maybe want to follow in your footsteps. Yeah. So how imperative is it to have an agent these days? And if you do, how do you book the right one that's going to get you the roles that you really want to play? Well, as far as agents go, I think it's most important that you have an agent who believes in you. Right. But I think before you get to the agent part, because I think that's the problem with society, is everybody wants to get the quick hit, And I think the thing is, if you want to be an actor, then you better be committed to that, and you better love doing it, because, the cash and prizes don't always come, and so you better love what you're doing, and you better love it as a craft, and I think that's first and foremost the most important thing. So what about actually nailing the audition once you have it? What are some key elements to that, to making sure that you get the role once you've been given the opportunity to even try out for it? Well, I mean, there's so many things, there's so many invariable things that play a part in that. I mean, you can, do an audition, you can be great, but it doesn't mean it's what they're looking for. Right. So I think just like anything, you just got to come prepared. Now, how much of yourself do you think you brought into your character that you play in Armored? Was it a lot of preparation involved in that, or do you feel like you had some of the qualities already in place to play that kind of manipulative person? Well, as an actor, I mean, I like to think that I can make anything emotionally believable, That's what I do, and so I try to, everything has to be somewhat personalized, emotionally, even if I'm doing something that I would never do, or if it's something I don't even believe in, I have to make it believable. But in this case, what I really liked was how manipulative the character was. Now, I had to humanize him as well, so emotionally it had to be very grounded in a very real way. But my character, I think what I found most interesting was just that he's, see, I think there's a lot of emphasis put on, an arc of a character. People talk about it, writers talk about it, studio executives talk about it. And usually what they're referring to is the growth of the character. Oftentimes, that's what they're referring to. But I think what's more important is what is revealed about who the person is. Often that's much more interesting to me. And in this case, this guy, Cochran, is who he is, but he's only showing you certain sides of himself, and other stuff is revealed later on. And I think that's what makes him an interesting character, is what we discover about him. I think you can sense that he's a manipulator from the beginning. Oh, absolutely. And then, but we figure out where it ends up going. So I don't always think it's important that there's a big revelation or surprise with the film. But what's really important is to go along for the ride and be curious and engaged on what's going on. And this film has that. I think the director is really masterful at pushing this story along. And he took what was challenging and restrictive, which is here you have, 6 guys with 2 truckloads of money so that you're confined in a truck inside a warehouse, and he opened it up, and so it's got all this energy, and it moves, and there's a lot of action in it, and it was really masterful the way he did it. I've never done so much action in a film before, and the way they did it was really unique. I mean, I don't think that there may be others that had done it. Maybe I thought I heard that they had done it before, but not much. Which is what they did was they put a pod on top of the armored car, on two of them, and the stunt guys drove it while we were in the vehicle. So it was pretty intense.
Well, the film itself seems like it's really intense. It's a thriller. The movie's Armored. Matt Dillon, thanks for being here and talking about the film with us.
Yeah, nice talking to you, Erica.
Yeah, thanks for the career advice.
You got it.
All right, well, the film is Armored, starring Matt Dillon. Make sure to check it out at a theater near you. For more information on Matt Dillon or upcoming guests, visit thinktalk.com. I'm your host, Erica Thomas, and you've been watching Spotlight.